us in, Amy.
Okay.
Amy's going to bring us in, guys.
Well, welcome to EQN Sports The Replay. I'm Amy Wilson along with DruStew. We are live in Las Vegas, and we get to take you back and show you all the highlights from round 4 and something that none of us can ever remember seeing happen before.
So Amy asked me here a minute ago, she's like, have we ever tied 4 ways for first in the team roping? I don't think so. If we have, it's a long, long time ago. And, having guys go in there and do this 4-way tie with a 4.1, that's something. I mean, that's some good. It's been great team roping so far this week.
Yeah, so it looked like a grand entry for their victory lap. And then on stage last night with Flint and Joe, I mean, there were a ton of people. But how much fun was that? I mean, they were holding their kids. Of course, their families were there. And Joe and Flint do such a great job. So it did make it fun, but it was definitely interesting to see a 4-way tie.
Absolutely. 4-way tie. Let's go ahead and take a look at it right here. In our team rope, and look at this, J.C. Yako and Buddy Hawkins, 4.1. All of these guys getting $23,635. Clint Summers and Jake Long, great to see them finally get on the board here with the win, $23,635 for them. Dustin Egosquiza, Levi Lord, that's 2 in a row for them with a 4.1. And Cody Snow, Hunter Cook in their 4.1 as well. So, and even as we look down there, Eric and Paul, these guys are solid in the aggregate with a 4.3. Jake Smith, Dougie Fresh getting another one with a 4.7. So great roping right here. Let's go ahead and take a look at these runs as we go ahead, and we're going to start it off right here watching JC and Buddy.
Yeah, that's right. And Joe B said last night on stage that these steers are a little bit stronger. They're not the steers you're going to see them be 3-something on. They joked that maybe the flagger could have been a little faster on some of these, but of course they were just joking. Pretty cool to see 4 runs just like this.
Absolutely. These guys, look at the size of the steers right here. The guys have talked about how big the cattle are. Bobby Joe doing a great job this year. Big steers right here being a 4.1. Here's Clint Summers and Jake Long roping right here. Good to see these guys on the board, man, making a great run right here. Last year, these guys did so good. Watch this one right here, Amy. Woo. The big whip, Dustin Egosquiza, Levi Lord. Watch this one. Gets him around the neck. Watch this whip right here. Gets inside, lets him get away from him. And here is Cody Snow and Hunter Cook coming. Cody, get up. This right here, I would say, is the sharpest of all the runs right there. Putting a great run together. 4.1 for these guys. Man, Amy, that's good team rope. I think the team roping this year has been outstanding.
That's been fun. This is a look at your average. So this is through 4 rounds. Of course, round 5 tonight. Eric Rogers and Paul Eves lead the way, 16.9 on forehead, and a pretty significant lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at these guys, about 10 seconds ahead of Luke Brown, Travis Graves. Jake Smith, Douglas Rich in there, 33.5. Clay Smith, Colby Payne, 37.6. And look at this. So after round 3, we had 6 teams that had them all down. We dropped down to 4 teams with them all down. So this is where that average and that aggregate starts kind of turning around. Let's take a look at the world standings right now on the head and side. T. Wade on top, 269,111. Dustin Egosquiza, 264. Tight race right there at top. Caleb Driggers, 217. Coleman, and then Clint as we go to the Heelan side of things. Looking at here, Wesley Thorpe, 269. Levi Lord, 264. Junior in there, 228. Jake, and then Logan. Amy, I tell you what, it is going to be an interesting race now going down since we've only have that many teams that have 3 down or 4 down. So it's going to change those standings a whole lot.
Yeah, I was just looking at all the numbers from last night, and the top 2 teams in Money 1, Tyler Wade and Wesley Thorpe, they've they've won just over $77,000. Dustin and Levi have won just over $63,000. So looking at those two teams, number 1 and 2 in the standings, and then of course with money won, it's fun to see it be a race like that and going back to back every night in the draw. But we see every year how that aggregate comes into play, and sometimes I remember being there doing interviews, and the guys didn't even realize they had won, and it's just when it all figures out, because round 10 can be so strange.
Absolutely.
So you
and
never
with this
know.
much money,
it's not over till it's over.
It's not over till it's over, and with this much money up, you never know what's going to happen here, especially in this team roping race. What about the barrel racing?
Oh my gosh, everyone was so excited last night to see Cassie Mowry give a fist pump running back down the alley after she knew her time, and so we're excited to see her get the win. But we haven't given you a barrel racing update in a couple rounds, so we want to take you back and show you the results from the last couple rounds. Some of the same names at the very top, and it's a race, as we talked about in the team roping. In the barrel racing, Haley Kinzel and Cassie Mowry have both done outstanding. Cassie caught a barrel that first round, but in round number 2, there's Haley at 13:48. Cassie's right behind her, 13:51. Tiani has done very well. Ashley has stayed consistent. Andrea Busby on their home-raised horse, Benny, he placed in 8 out of 9 rounds with Brittany Posey-Tanazi last year. He's placed in 3 out of 4 with Andrea this year. Oh, he's such a cool horse. I love Benny. So we'll take a look at round number 3 when we get a chance. There's Haley, an exact time of 13:48, which is what she won round 2 with. There's Cassie in second again, then Tiani, Andrea placing, Latrice Duke, of course, running her really cool stud, Leslie Smalago getting a check in round number 3, and then last night, round number 4, Cassie Mowry at 13:43 to get the win. Carly Otero, Sly has been so fast, a little ground trouble at times, but at 13:59 last night to get second. Haley Kinzel comes in third at 13:61. There's Tiani again placing, and also Latricia gets another check. Shelly Morgan gets in there. Halen Lyde, this is her first NFR, so glad to see her get a check as well. But we've been telling you about this run, Cassie Mowry, round number 4, running Jarvis. He's 6 years old. He's so cool. We've heard her talk about what a meaningful year this is and how special, because her late fiance, his goal was for her and Jarvis to get back to the NFR. And she did it by going to 27 rodeos. I don't know how to put into perspective how incredible that is, but it's like every year, this is typical for Cassie. I mean, she has to get to enough rodeos to even get her rodeo count of 25. That's how many you have to go to qualify for the NFR. So, but this run, she talked about it and said, he came back so strong, and you can see the power he has leaving a barrel. She said it was a little bit close for comfort, but it actually put her in such a great position for that second barrel that he was really able to fire on second, and here on third. He's long strided. He covers so much ground, and she is phenomenal. When I talked to her at the WPRA luncheon, I said, she's her nails, her hair, her makeup, always perfect. And I don't know how she does it, because she works so hard. She rides all these colts and always around horses. And then when you see her ride, it's just perfection. I mean, she keeps him quiet coming down the alley. She knew exactly what he needed to be listening to her to set him up for first. And then throughout the run, if you watch her hands and her seat and her legs, I mean, it's just perfection, all of it. I'm a Cassie fan, if you can't tell.
Yeah, I could tell for sure. They're in round 3 right here, right there at the top every time.
4.
Was that 4 right there?
Yeah, we're showing round 4, the run last night that won her the round. Yep.
Yeah, this is 4 right here. They stuck round 3, and they're on.
Oh, sorry.
They're so dang close. They look exactly the same. Man, like you were talking about the power right here, Amy. This is your event. Like this horse doing what she's doing. That's just got an amazing story to be able to come in there, not have to push so hard all year long, come in here and just do it, and have a horse that can cover the country in a setup like this. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. Great barrel racing. What are you thinking going into these next 6 rounds with these girls? You've talked to these girls more than anybody else. What's it like talking to them as we get down deeper, about halfway through the finals? What are we talking about? What are we talking about our horses? What are we doing to keep everybody going like this?
Haley's really been the story so far, because she comes in and wins the first 3 rounds. I think we have video of her round 2 and 3 wins, and her first 2 are the exact same time, the 13:48 that she ran. So we might get a chance to look at Haley and sister, but what a team they've been for so long. I mean, they hold the arena record at the NFR with the 13:11, and then they also hold an arena record on a standard at a rodeo, a WPRA approved barrel race at a rodeo. So that's really amazing. And I'm not sure people realize just how special one has to be to do that and to continue to make the finals and to make the runs that Sister has over and over. So Haley has definitely been a story, and for good reason. And she has a big lead in the world standings, I think $76,000. And then when you look at that aggregate, I mean, it's going to be interesting, too, how that all plays out. We don't have a full screen of this, but I did want to mention it as we get to take a look at Haley and one of her wins. This is round number 2, Haley and Sister. I think this is the one where she said she was really close to that first barrel coming in, but such a cool mare. And don't forget, she has J-Lo on standby if she needs to get on something else. That's a horse Ivy Sabins won the average on at the NFR, too. So she's doing amazing.
Doing a great job, but these girls right there on top, testament to these great horsepower right here. You saw that tight on that first barrel. Coming around, great run right here by Haley.
And these runs have placed her first in the average, 53.95 on 4. There are actually 5 girls that are clean on all 4 runs. These are the world standings. So you see Haley there, 335,000, about 76,000 ahead of Cassie Mowry, 259. It's great to see these numbers and to see the amount of money that they can win every night. You see barrelracing.com right there. Casey Allen does a great job. She tells you every day what horses they'll be riding for that performance. She gives you all kinds of updates. You can look at all the different pedigrees of all the horses that are here at the NFR. So if you want to dig a little deeper or know anything, definitely check out barrelracing.com on the team roping side of things, the Team Roping Journal, Chelsea Schaefer, and their whole team. I mean, they all are jumping in, helping each other, and bringing you all that coverage. So you can check that out. I did want to mention, though, in the average, Haley leads the way. Tiani Schuster is second. Andrea Busby third. Ashley Castleberry fourth. And Latrice Duke is fifth. So that's how it looks. Andrea Busby posted the other day that 3 Busby-raised horses ran in round number 3. That's pretty cool. That? So we'll get to have her on the show coming up later this week. But a lot to talk about in the barrel racing, a lot of great stories and some amazing runs.
Amazing runs, amazing team roping, and we're going to go into just about the halfway part of our national finals coverage. And make sure you come back here and check out the replay. We are here at the South Point Hotel and Casino getting ready for the first $1 million payout. And the 13.5, Amy. We had a packed house yesterday. We got a packed house today. There are people all over. And, folks, we invite you to go to WST Roping to check out all of the coverage of the World Series of Team Roping Finale. But make sure you meet us back here daily for the replay. Everybody, on behalf of Amy Wilson, I'm DruStew, and we will catch you tomorrow on the replay where we recap all the coverage from the National Finals Rodeo.